Welcome to episode 14 of Three Dudes Brews. Three Dudes Brews is our liquid journey into crafted deliciousness, an appreciation of the various craft styles through our own perspectives, and a celebration of the good people who bring it to us. Jesus Christmas. My name is Buddy Thayer. I'm happy to welcome you to join us on our liquid adventure. Joining me, as always, the Greekiest man I know. He puts the eek in Greek. Down the end there, Kostas Sangaruli. Welcome, dude.
Yamas and Yasu, everybody. And to my left, we have none other than the doctor himself, Dr. Ed Patinaud. What's going on, Doc?
It's going. So, hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us again. And remember, always listen to your doctor. So we are here today. Not that kind of doctor. We are at Outer Light Brewing Company over in Groton, Connecticut. We are here with Mike, the head brewer, the beer guru, the master of all things, the purveyor of the pint. I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not going to turn into Buddy. So anyway.
So where thank you for having me. Where exactly in Groton are we?
We're in Groton City. So
City.
Groton.
All right. Downtown Groton.
Groton is an interesting little place. There's Groton Center. There's the town of Groton, and then Groton City are all governed separately.
Oh, okay.
It's very so we're under jurisdiction of Groton City, which the sub base and Electric Boat and Pfizer are all part of. So we're happy to be right down the road.
Nice.
Funny.
Nice. And we'll throw the address up there for you folks somewhere. You will see it.
266 Bridge Street.
See, there you go.
Bingo,
Nice and easy. Nice and easy. So, we want to thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
I've had some beers from here.
Cool.
I have not been here yet, so thankfully this is a good reason for us to get on out here. So, and if folks, Rhode Islanders especially, just drive. Just get there.
It's just a little bit past the casino,
right?
It's
highways, guys. It's so easy.
I'm telling you.
If you're going to Foxwoods or you're ever going to the casinos, just stop on by, right?
That's all.
Right past Ledyard.
Go
right past Ledyard.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a little bit. Tell us a little bit about you guys. I know you guys opened in 2015.
2015,
10-year anniversary.
Yep.
Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
What's going on here?
The lyrics too complicated? Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
So,
Congratulations.
Cheers.
thank you. Yeah. So, guy by the name of Tom Dreyer, he started this business 10 years ago. Him and his father brewed in their garage. They started with Lonesome Boatman. This is one of our flagship beers, and they took off from there. And it's been great and successful, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Nice. So the name there, so Outer Light Brewing. I mean, obviously we know the brewing part, but the Outer Light. Do you have any insights into that?
So there's a lighthouse in Old Saybrook, and I believe the original idea for the brewery was going to be in Old Saybrook, but there were some dealings with the town and the city and whatever, and building fell through, and they couldn't get the proper permitting, so they moved here, found this building, kept the name, and here we are.
Nice.
It's fitting that there's right on the river back behind us, the old haunted lighthouse.
Nice. You had Buddy at Haunted.
Buddy at Haunted.
Oh, damn. Here we go.
Paranormal podcast. So,
Buddy, do you have any insights into the haunted lighthouse?
There's haunted lighthouse in Connecticut. I mean, I've known of
just
haunted
peek right up.
lighthouses.
Right? I know.
Right at the mouth of the Thames River.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have fished in the Thames River. I've caught schoolie stripers in the Thames River, but I've never
Caught a ghost.
Go!
You got him. Don't cross the street. Now you'll never slime a guy with a positron slider, huh?
Burn your stream. I don't want my face burned off.
All right, I'm opening a trap now. Don't look directly into the trap.
never been ghost. No, not yet. No.
It's unfortunate.
Oh man. So now, Mike, how long have you actually been brewing for?
8 years professionally.
8 years.
Yep.
And how long have you been with Outer Light?
I've been here 18 months.
Okay.
I got hired at a kind of a weird time. We were transitioning, so Outer Light is now owned by Grace Hill Brewing in Westerly.
Yes.
When I saw an opportunity pop up, and I went for it. And during my interviewing process, they told me, "Hey, we're going to change hands shortly." So I obviously had some questions whether they were going to keep me or if
Right.
they wanted to bring their own people in, but nope.
Which makes sense.
And Grace Hill, they were actually the ones that hired me to work. So
Awesome people over there.
awesome,
Yeah.
amazing.
Alan's a great guy.
Alan's great. I have nothing but unbelievably positive things to say about everyone that works there. We are, it's been a great partnership so far. They've given me the resources to do my job to the best of my abilities, and I can't thank them enough for that.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what got you into brewing instead of underwater basket weaving?
I like beer.
If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
Well, that's a hell of a reason,
I was between. I had left the job, and a friend of mine had an opportunity, and he was like, "Hey, it's part time, and I needed money." So I said, "Sure, I'll give it a shot." And I went, and I never left, and that was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
8.5 years ago, something like that.
Do you have a style that you prefer to brew over any other, or a style that you judge other brewers on? Let me answer that.
If I walk into a place that I've never been, I generally try a lager, and then I'll try a sour. And I think that's a good benchmark. If you can nail those, then you can kind of do it.
So what's your go-to? What's your number one favorite?
I'm a lager guy.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
that what this is right here?
Yeah. So
let's talk about the first one.
Our first one, Morning
Yes,
Light.
please. Morning Light.
Morning Light.
Okay.
So it's a light American light lager. It's
Cheers. MS.
very light, bready. We do a little bit of rack out in the boil just to give it a little bit of something.
That's good.
It's got that like Earl Grey tea,
Yeah,
kind of flavor or taste to it.
rack out's an interesting hop that I really enjoy using it. And I think it's a good showcase
Mhm.
in your boil edition, especially for a light lager. I think it works. But this was kind of the brainchild between me and our tasting room manager. We wanted something light, easy to drink,
Refreshing.
and you want to go out on the golf course, and
Oh yeah,
and you're in the sun on the beach, and instead of
You can easily
drink
crush
that.
these.
instead of a Bud Light, why don't you come have one of these?
And we tell folks
At least these have flavor.
yes,
Right.
and that's just it. So we say it all the time. If you are, you're used to your Bud Lights, your Coors Lights, all that stuff, that's fine. Don't judge a place by what you find at the package store. Okay, because there are so many more offerings if you show up in the tap room.
Yes.
Like this, and there's always stuff to go. So, come on in, get something new, something different, grab it to go. And it's better than your Bud Lights.
Look, I could be cutting the grass and have 6 of these. I could be swimming in the pool
Easy.
and
Yeah.
have 6 of these. No
Yeah.
problem. I wouldn't feel bloated.
I'm a guy, day drinker. For sure.
This is definitely a classic day drinker. It's light, it's refreshing. It's got that Earl Grey tea flavor to it. So I could get that with that.
Yeah, it's good.
Sit in the sun on the boat, catching fish,
Yeah.
hammering down like 17 of these. Yeah, definitely, dude, all day. What's the ABV on something like this?
4.3,
Oh,
4.4.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I could easily drink it.
Yeah. That was the reason why it's just summertime around here, right? You're on the water, so it's you're outside, and after a couple IPAs, they start to wear on you a little bit. And
Yeah. Oh my god,
that sun.
I've been known to lay in the pool and have a few IPAs, and
buddy's thinking back to his boat there.
God.
He's like, yeah, I've had a couple heavy ones there. Next thing you know, I'm out there on the
can't
lake.
hold the boat on the trailer, and I'm like,
That's some interesting.
oh,
So, so do you remember the first beer you ever made? And what was it?
yeah, me professionally or
Either way. Either way.
I remember the first brew day I had. It was probably 6 months into my time working at the first brewery I worked at, Half Full in Stamford. Go check them out. They do great stuff. It was a blonde ale, our flagship blonde ale. Before we moved, I had a 60-mile commute through Fairfield County. So it would take me anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours.
Yeah, depending on the traffic and the
depending
time.
on where the accident was, not if there was an accident, where it was.
Hour and a half to 3 hours to get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got in. I left my apartment at the time at, I think, 12:45, and I got to work at about 2:30, and it was a triple batch day, 3 turns of the brew house. We started at 3:00, and I was like, man, that's just crazy.
That's a busy day.
Busy, yeah.
How did it come out?
Great, turned out well.
Fantastic. I mean, so
no complaints from anyone.
Nobody died. I mean, everybody's good there. So,
but did you die?
So tell us about a spectacular failure, because everybody's got one. Everybody's got that story of, oh, we tried this or we did that, and it was just God help us.
Oh, I remember this was my fault. We had a head brewer, and we had a sour series, and we had always taken. He had come from Brooklyn Brewery, and
good beers.
So he had a relationship with them. He used to drive down and grab a pitch of their lactose strain. And so we would brew it for us, right? Our recipe and everything. And then as we add the lacto, and then we reboil the next day. And I was like, hey, why don't we use yogurt instead of driving to New York? You can just, I've seen places use yogurt to sour. And so we knocked out at our normal temperature, which was very high. We knocked out at 160 degrees. And we added the yogurt, and it didn't work.
Whoops. It's some things, though, you just don't know unless you try.
Yeah, and that was something that I had never done. And temperature, it was just a suggestion, and it turned out it didn't work.
But you learned something, and now you know.
Learn something new.
Right. How you
right. Bet you'll never do that again, right?
Oh my God.
Nope. I mean, I use yogurt now, but now I know how to do it, and even Alan has come and said this is what we do, and so, which is great. Also, another great resource, just another set of eyes, someone who's done it successfully for as long as they have.
Right. It's one of those things, as long as you take something away from it, it still had a purpose.
Yeah. Right.
Of course. So that's awesome.
Learning experience.
All right. So moving on, I know Buddy's antsy. So what do we have here in the second?
So
second
this is
delay?
Subduction. This is our flagship IPA. We brew more of this than anything else.
And let me tell you, so obviously, Subduction, a nod to the sub base over there.
We are in the sub capital of the world.
Yes, you beat me to it. Yeah. So for those folks out there who don't know, this is the submarine capital of the world, not the US, the world.
The world.
There are more subs that come in and out of here and that are built here, and it's ridiculous. That's all I can say.
They're cranking out about one a year.
Yeah.
And we're very happy. We work very closely with Electric Boat and the Navy, and they're great. It's a huge customer base of ours.
I was going to say, do you find that being that close to Pfizer and being that close to Electric Boat and everything, you draw in a lot of
they're here
from there?
Yes, they're
Sailors don't like to drink.
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way hey, and up she rises. Way hey, and up she rises. Way hey, and up she rises early in the morning.
Honest, I swear. None of them do.
Our assistant brewer, Rob, he 20 years active duty on a submarine.
Oh, that's all.
That
So-
takes a special breed.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
special,
that's a special kind of
special breed.
So I'm retired active duty Air Force.
Okay.
And let me tell you, I've met a lot of submariners and they are odd. Every one of them, I don't care. They could be the most of them are the coolest people you'll ever meet, but they're strange, man. It takes a special person to do that for that long. I mean, there's a reason why it's volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Jeez.
I work with the guy every day. I see a lot of them. I see more of them than I see some of my people in my family.
Yeah.
A wonderful, wonderful guy. Just an unbelievable, 20 years. It's a long career underwater.
Yeah.
Takes a lot.
That is.
That's a special breed of guy, and he's, I'm happy to work with. He is unreal. That work ethic that he has is amazing.
That's incredible. I can remember like one time in my life, I went to Fall River. They have the USS Mass, and then they have like an old sub that they used in World War II. And going aboard that thing, I know it's probably a little bit more modernized now than it was then, but still, like living in that kind of space and going underwater for that amount of time, I was claustrophobic for the half an hour that I was on that aboard that ship. I couldn't imagine like living with 80 to 100 other guys on this in this small.
You don't get your own bed. You don't. Oh, that's something.
Smell's gonna be. The guests I had last night alone, I couldn't imagine any other
I can't, and my hat goes off to him, and I told him before, man, that's a tough thing to do, and someone's got to do it, and props to you, man.
Yeah, big cheers.
I was told a story one time by one of the Navy guys I work with. He was a what the hell was it? Commander, and he was like, "Listen," he goes, "We had a guy on the boat who all of a sudden realized I don't like enclosed spaces anymore.
Oh boy.
And I need to get the hell off this sub. And if I don't, I'm gonna tear this place apart." So next thing you know, they got a surface. They had to get a freaking helicopter in, get them out of there, and get into the next ship. And it was like,
it's a delicate.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I know. I've told him. Not a chance.
Cheers.
I'm not built like that.
No, me either.
So what exactly is in this? I know this is what, a single IPA or a double?
So single, it's pretty standard malt bill, 2-row, some Munich in there. And we do hop additions, and the boil is Equinaut and Eldorado.
Nice.
And then it's dry hop with Cryo Citra and Eldorado as well.
Oh, nice.
It's almost on that.
It's on the cusp.
It's on the
of this
verge.
guy.
It's on the cusp of being just a little too hoppy for me. I'm a sours, stouts, anything but an IPA. There are certain IPA. I shouldn't say anything but an IPA.
Yeah.
There are certain there's a certain maximum amount of hoppiness.
It's a good thing I put 2 IPAs in there.
Which is fine. I'll try anything at least once.
But no, he will.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
I'll try any beer at least once.
Right.
He says that now.
Let me rephrase.
I'm not a huge. I generally don't drink anything over 7%.
Mm-hmm.
Just because if I'm gonna have one, I'm gonna have 3
It's a
or 4.
baseline.
So I try to
Right.
keep it under where I can have 3 or 4 and be all right.
Yeah.
Right.
I had one last night. It was 13%.
What do you mean one?
3 times.
I had the Costco. Their, what did they call it? But whatever. Costco's getting white label beer made by Deschutes Brewing Company in Oregon, and they had a bourbon barrel aged imperial stout. I think it was
Yep.
like 12-11%, something like that.
Yep, that's what.
And I popped that open the other night. And me and my wife had it. It was great.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, delicious. But
you're not having like 3 of them in a set.
half of one, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings me to another good question I got for you. So, describe for us your brewing style in one sentence.
One sentence.
One sentence.
It's got the tough question.
Yeah.
We ask the tough questions on this show.
Sometimes shocking, always controversial, he deals with topics that the other talk shows are afraid to touch. He pries, he pokes, he digs deep.
Not really.
I try to make things as approachable as possible.
Nice. Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer to that one. I like
That's
that
what we
one.
like to hear. I mean, beer should be approachable. It should, you want people to drink what you're making. It shouldn't be like these weird off-putting smells.
Off-put. I'm glad you said
flavors.
off-putting.
Like I've seen some people come up with some stuff and it gets put out there and it's like, we'll try it once, but then it's just like, yeah, this is a one and done.
I like the funkiness. I did
weird's okay.
Weird can be okay, but sometimes it's just not okay.
I did a habanero ghost pepper beer de garde when I
God, yes.
started. My dad likes spicy beers.
Me.
And he was like, "Hey, do it." I was like, "All right, relax. Like, I just started. Let me, find my footing here until I can really throw some wild out there." And they let me do it, and it turned out great.
I love a spicy beer, and I don't know too many people around the area that are actually doing it anymore.
No, I don't think there's very many out there doing
I don't know.
beers.
I can't. That was
Pollo
Picante which was good.
Well, Black Pond has Machu Picchu.
Oh, right.
That's a jalapeno one, I believe. And when paired with certain fruit flavors, like tropical flavors, that spice can really be that nuance can be accented so well.
We use this yeast strand that at Tom, the original owner, he was still working here when I had started, so it was before the transition, and he wanted to use it. I think one more time before he left, and he threw it, and we brewed it, and the base of it was unbelievable. It was so good. It just like all these fruity ester. It was, I really enjoyed it.
So, even Line Cider had that Carolina Reaper one.
Yeah.
No, but it wasn't. It had a lot of flavor to it. It wasn't just overwhelming.
It's just not just heat, but
it wasn't just like a punch in the face. It was balanced. It was balanced. It was great.
Yeah, and I mean, you can do spice, you can do heat as long as you're putting it in check. Well, because I mean, like this guy, my heat tolerance is like through the roof. These guys, they're like,
I stop at Buffalo.
I
can keep going.
Yeah. And so it's like, I'll take a sip, and I'm like, if my hair's not on fire, I'll pass it around. It's like, okay.
Like guys, we've eaten Carolina Reaper peppers. Like it is what it is.
Let's go. This week. Like a pin shot in the finger, and I just click up my top. We started.
And now, folks, is how you do that.
Costas is gonna die.
Costas is gonna die. I'm gonna die.
He's swinging that BF. We got a party tomorrow.
Anyway, woo! Here we are, 3 Dudes Brews. Quick and current. Cheers.
You swallowed already?
Yeah.
It's like,
yes.
Certain things where it's just like, if it's like when your wife did a chili challenge, somebody took every single spicy pepper known to man and just threw it in a chili
palate blowout.
And like there was a line, and then as soon as you got to these guys and you tried theirs, the line stopped. Nobody else past that got to serve anything because it was just, you're blowing everybody's palate out, and people are like, sitting under the faucet like a dog trying to drink water to try to.
And I wasn't trying to do that, and I think it came across very balanced. The spice was there, but it wasn't overpowering. People loved it. They had it on tap, but I think the problem you get is people go, "Oh, that's interesting. I want to try it." They try it, they like it. They say, "Well,
But they
you know,
can't
what,
handle a full pour.
I'm just gonna stick to. Let me get a subduction. Let me get a lonesome bulb."
Have you thought about doing it again though?
I have.
Now, while we're on that, that's great. Have you thought about killing people with it? Small batch, like if you can tolerate this, you know.
I have. We just got a we just got a small little system that came over. We got some small tanks in the back here. And I think that's going to allow us to do some really, really funky stuff.
So like some limited edition releases.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So,
Which is great.
It's a perfect segue.
Because you can like people have come up with some magic based on you know.
I've had some of my best beer in like the limited edition.
Yeah, limited series beers. Like you know, there's been some great beers that we've had, and it's been limited, and we're like, no, please
do more.
Don't make this just limited. Make this like
I want this
regular thing.
Like, my normal beer.
We had we did one recently that was people were wary, and then they tasted it. It's an IPA, a pretty standard IPA. The Yetter Watch Out IPA.
Okay,
that'll be our last one that we taste.
Oh, nice.
All right. So what made people wary about it though?
We put a Christmas tree inside the boil.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus!
Literal Christmas tree inside the boil. I'm sold. Yes, it's gonna taste like what kind of tree? Was it spruce?
White pine.
White pine. Okay, there we go.
Sweet Jesus!
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I cannot wait.
Okay, so that answers that question. I don't even have to bring that up. I was wondering what you guys, were doing around here that others weren't. Apparently, it's throwing Christmas trees into the vat. So, okay, we got that answer.
They're throwing Christmas trees in the fermenter.
Jesus, what else are you gonna do?
It's a fun day. I thought it was gonna make a huge mess. It didn't.
Please tell me you guys threw it in like whole.
Oh yeah, whole.
I wish I was here for that. That would have been epic.
There's pictures and videos up of it. On social media.
We're gonna find them and we're gonna add them into this video.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you're gonna see them.
Little full, lot of fat.
So, if you had to pick one beer to introduce somebody to your beer styles, what would you pick? What would be your one introductory beer?
The taste is so subjective.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people beat themselves up, especially in my position, that if someone doesn't like something, all right, well, try something else. So I like when people say, "Hey, I'm not a huge craft beer drinker. What do you got for me?" Yeah. I give them the morning light, and I say,
"Good start.
This is what craft breweries can do. They can make something very approachable, very drinkable, almost similar to your Macro, Miller Lite, Coors Light, right?
This is your gateway.
This is it, right? And that's your jump off,
your baseline,
right?
Yep. That's great though.
But then, I mean, you also have like cider, which if you're gonna take a non-beer drinker to a brewery,
You're right.
A cider is so much more like a better product. It takes a non-beer drinker to a beer spot and allows them to still enjoy beverages.
And that's why I always think that it's great that we have it on tap here, right? We have it in cans. There's multiple.
You do have it on cans. All right, awesome.
Have it on tap and in cans.
Some styles with.
Well, we don't make the cider.
Oh, really?
No. But so that's New England Cider Company. They're usually in Connecticut. That's where you'll find most Connecticut breweries will carry them. They're pretty widely distributed, but our licensing doesn't allow us to produce.
Wow,
that's there's a lot of places.
Rhode Island, Mass, Connecticut, it's all the same thing. You have that's how they tax you. They want you to have 5 different licenses to make 5 different things.
Exactly. So that's kind of it's all right. If people are going to come for trivia or a different event, right? You have to have
other offerings.
Yeah. If you want to sell apples, you have to have a license for apples. If you want to sell oranges, you have to have a license to sell oranges. If you want to sell grapefruit, you got to have a license. You can't have a license just for fruit.
and we're fermenting liquid,
right?
Sugar water, right?
Right.
That
There's not
turns
come on, guys.
into alcohol. It's kind of one and the same.
So
But
stupid.
yeah, the cider and wine is
Yeah.
they're grouped together.
Yes.
So speaking of other offerings, so you guys have cider on tap, which is fantastic for other folks that don't like
And
beer.
it's a delicious
There
cider,
are some
by the way.
people out,
Yeah.
and it was very good. Hats off to you folks.
I do like that.
So what other offerings do you got?
So now we have basically a full bar, kind of. So Litchfield Distilling. So in Connecticut, you can get something called a Connecticut Craft Cafe license. So
Okay.
that allows you to sell Connecticut-made spirits, wine, cider, as well as your beer offerings.
Hey, Rhode Island folks, are you listening to this? Because sweet Jesus, why aren't we doing that?
Right.
So you get to come in here, and if you're with a group of friends, and hey, I don't like beer, I don't like cider, I don't like wine. All right, well, you can come in, get a cocktail made with bourbon or vodka or gin.
You had me at bourbon.
What if Kentucky took a road trip to Texas and introduced their very own 8-year-old juice to some mesquite? And what if those two became best friends in a bottle? Well, that'd be a pretty crooked line to get to a Kentucky straight. But then again, turning a what if into a that's it can be pretty tasty. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did you see the bourbon one on the menu? We're trying
I did
that
not.
later.
but
Oh
you,
my god!
you
I
had
can't
me
wait.
at bourbon. So
I see that at a lot of breweries, honestly, now that you mention it, in Connecticut. So there's been like 2 or 3 that I've been to where they offered like distilled like drinks and not just beer. Like even like what is it? Oh god, beer pork up in Putnam. They do flights of whiskey and flights of scotch and then flights of beer. That's all made in Connecticut.
Yep.
I honestly I've never gotten the hard alcohol, but like it's been available at a lot of breweries I've been to in Connecticut. Not Tox, obviously. I mean, a lot of the other ones.
It just broadens it just opens you up to a different customer, right?
Yeah,
Right.
And we try to create this homey environment that's, we're close ties to the community here. And if you're not a beer drinker, why are you going to come here?
Right.
Well, now you can, and you can get a cocktail, you can get
Right.
a glass of wine, you can get a cider. So I think it's great.
Right. Like our wives are not beer
no,
drinkers.
not at all.
So to have something that's available for them, or somebody like it doesn't whether it's your wife or whoever,
Whatever it is.
but somebody who doesn't like to drink beer, so you've got ciders, you've
Yep.
got mixed drinks,
Yep.
so that way somebody else they're not going to come in with us and feel like, oh,
yeah,
there's nothing
for me. Why,
can I get
why
a
am I
water?
here?
Can I get a soda?
You're right.
Right, which is great, but at the
And
same
our-
time, so that way they can also participate and feel like they're being
No, of course.
included.
I agree. Our tasting room manager, Kurt, has done an unbelievable job with the bar. He's the reason a lot of people walk in through these doors.
Was that the fine gentleman that I was greeted by?
It was.
Yeah,
The ball buster right out the gate.
Tall Irishman. Yeah.
Oh man, I liked him right off the gate. I was like,
listen, I'd buy whatever he was selling.
Right.
like right off the bat, he's like, and if you can't read the sign, I have an old man menu right here. And he's like, hands it over to me. I'm like, you son of a bitch, right? Like, all right, I got you.
He walks that fine line, and
Listen, you got to. You got to. I thought it was awesome. So okay, but,
Seeing as the three of
well,
us
that's what. Yeah,
are
okay.
just about done with this beer, why don't you tell us about Raptor?
So the Silent Raptor
Oh, nice.
was made specifically for the christening of the USS Utah.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow, so there's a sub that has its own beer.
so the USS Idaho, the USS Iowa, and now the USS Utah, we've made beers for all of them.
Awesome.
That's cool as hell.
So we host the christening parties,
Yes.
the commissioning parties.
Yep.
And we try to make something for the crew to enjoy, right?
Yeah.
These guys are here, a lot of them
All
right
those
out of
plank owners.
a lot of them right out of boot camp.
Mhm.
And so it's they're not making a ton of money, and
Yeah.
you just want to do something for them, right?
Right.
A lot of the parties get a little stuffy, and they have donors, and they're government officials, and
You have to be on your best behavior.
so we try to do something for the crew to make them, it's
feel special.
It's to make them feel
appreciate
special,
it.
right?
Yeah.
And that's huge. And this recipe was something I had in my back pocket. And we had tried to collab with a brewery from Utah, which we usually do, which we've done for the USS Idaho. That commissioning will be in April. And so we do a cold IPA with Sockeye Brewing.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
For the christening and the commissioning of the USS Iowa. We did one with Big Grove Brewing in Iowa. That was great. A nice corn cream ale.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus!
Oh God!
So this guy down the end there, right there, just got introduced
on them
to the wonderful world of cream ales.
Amazing.
I didn't know.
So I turned them
with that.
And
Jenny cream,
corn and cream. Oh my God!
Sweet
oh
Jesus!
My God.
That corn. Oh my!
It was a big hit.
So this thing is fantastic. The Silent Raptor. And so
I can get down with this. This is an IPA.
4.5%.
I got a little bit left.
That's what this was. Before we started, I had a full pour of that one already, and it's fantastic.
4.5% packs a lot of flavor in there.
It does, and
yeah.
And that's the other thing, folks. Listen, it doesn't have to be high alcohol content all the time. And it doesn't have to have high alcohol content to be delicious.
Nope.
I've
high
had
alcohol does not equate.
No. I've had 3.5s that are delicious.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, you're drinking it, and then you look at the label and you're like, oh my God, this is a 3.5.
Right.
So it's
and that's again, to my point, something approachable.
Corn and jalapeno would be good.
Jalapeno. I think like a jalapeno cream ale.
Yeah. Corn jalapeno cream ale.
I think we need to make this happen, folks. So
trademark.
So yeah, right. So I'm sure somebody's done it. What beer style do you think right now is underrated? That like nobody's doing because they're either stubbing their nose at it or they just don't think about it.
This one right here.
Do you think so?
Yeah, Buddy's been talking about the brown ale.
The brown ale.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to that.
I know we're gonna get to that. I got a full pour right here, dude.
I know. I'm
into it.
I'm waiting to hear about this because I had this and was like,
it's so damn good.
I think I do the brown ale. I think that style I think is underutilized, and it can be great for. And
so you're saying brown ales?
Yeah, I think even the average one is still going to be pretty good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We were talking before the show. It's not just like brown ale, like one kind of like this is maple. So it's not just maple brown ale. It's like a rainbow. It's like a kaleidoscope of different like variations that you can do with brown ale.
That one's been tweaked.
I do think he does.
That one's been tweaked a couple times. And that the story behind that, our tasting room manager Kurt, his mom started the Tommy Toy Fund.
Okay.
So he wanted to have a beer to go along, and we have a toy drive here that's very successful.
So we're moving on to the help me then, right? All right, let's just do this.
Oh,
yes.
Maple vanilla brown ale.
Maple vanilla brown ale. Delicious, gentlemen.
Tell you
what?
I had a little, just the nose on this. I was like, whoa. And then I took a sip and was like,
you get that vanilla.
God.
Damn, you get the vanilla.
Like this, it's almost like a winter warm.
Oh yeah.
To me. It's a very,
yeah,
like the nose on it. It's just,
it's like maple syrup in my mustache right now.
Oh,
delicious.
Oh, guys, get your butts out here.
Like,
try this one.
And that's what?
This is going to be great with my Christmas ham.
It doesn't. It doesn't drink like at 6%.
No,
6%. That's not bad at all.
Quite a few.
It's like the mouthfeel. It's thin. It's got good lacing. But
look at the lacing on the glass.
It's not heavy. Some people. I swear. I think some people think a brown ale is it's going to be just weighing you down. It's really heavy.
You think of like a Newcastle. like an English style, like
Yeah.
Newcastle.
It's the Guinness effect. People look at the color and go, "Well, this is the heaviest thing I've ever seen in my life."
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're
that's
talking
a
about.
fantastic way of putting it. The
Right?
Guinness effect.
It's people look at it and they think that it's
Dark-
I'm
dark
going to
is-
have one of these, right?
Yeah. So dark equates to heavy, which is
It
not
doesn't.
true.
It never. No.
So I had a blonde stout for
Yes.
the first time the other day.
No.
I can't recall ever having one before.
We've had them before.
Have we? I probably have. I mean, Jesus, I've had enough beer.
Like a white stout?
Yes.
No,
white
it was a blonde.
Well,
it was a blonde stout. So it was probably
white, same difference.
I don't know. It was a little,
Please
darker.
tell
But
me.
anyway, it messes with your head.
Yes.
Because you take a sip and you're like, oh, I got notes of chocolate. Oh my God, it's a stout. But you look at it and you're like, this ain't a stout.
Right.
So I like it because I think it just really messes with somebody's head.
Right. The first time I ever had one was at, I think it was Foxwoods. They have like a brew house over there.
Two Roads used to be there.
And they
Was
had,
it Two Roads?
it might have been that. And it was a blonde stout. And I was like, blasphemy.
I wish they were still there.
And then I tried it and was like, I just couldn't stop drinking it. I was like, again, hit me again.
Every once in a while, I'll go into. I have little kids, so it's hard for us to get out of the house. And
I know that feeling.
recently we've been exploring more, and so we drive around and go to different places, and I go and I'm like, I've never had something like this before. Well, let me try it, and I'll try it and be like, wow, like blown away by the things that people are doing. I love it. What a treat when you walk into somewhere and you see something you've never had before, and it's great. I love that.
Amen to that.
That's usually like the first thing I do. I'll look at a menu and I'm like, okay, have I not had this yet? I've got to try it, unless it's a saison. Sorry, I'm not drinking saison. So
really,
I can't do it. That's my beer kryptonite, man. I cannot do a saison.
You've had one, Ed.
I've had one that I liked. I have had one.
Yes.
I always try them because you never know. Because like I said, that one that I did have, Phantom Farms did their saison. I gotta say, I did like it. I wasn't just blowing smoke up the guy's ass, but it was good. But so, are there any trends right now that you're happy to see that are dying off?
Oh, Imperial IPAs.
Thank God. But he's like, no.
They've definitely been overdone, oversaturated.
They have
overdone. I think people that had got in early and did them well are successful in doing them well.
Stone. I like Stone's Imperials.
I don't.
Old recipe.
For me personally, it's just not. If I go to the package store, I'm not. That's just not something.
Well, because I think for me, some of them, they're just like, you get too much of the straight like alcohol esters. It's just like
they some of them they get sticky and sweet, and it's you're
sweet.
like
I go to a place like I love Treehouse. I love Treehouse Brewing. I go there maybe twice a year and I try and get King Julie's.
Right.
But they have so many beers that are like half of a recipe or half of a taste. They're so similar. So many different beers. And they're all like double IPA. They're all
the same.
It tastes all the same.
You can't tell anything apart. You can't distinguish.
No,
right? No, there's only a few like King Julie's is my number one, but everything else is just like, oh my God.
That's kind of.
It's a fine line between beers, honestly.
And I see it on the menu, and right, taste is so subjective. It is for people like that. I don't. So I see it and I stay away, or if I try something, I want to try something and I'll take a sip of it, and if I don't like it,
It's like a tasting just to see what it tastes like.
Right. And no, I got no, hey, you want to make this, and if you think it's great,
Kudos
then
to you, right?
kudos to
Yeah.
you. It's just not my style, and it's not something that I'm going to have 16 ounces of.
and that's the three of us, So one of the things we always talk about on the show and that we highlight is the fact that all three of us have different tastes.
Right.
I seriously, I think every one of us has a different kind of go-to style. We all like what we like,
or styles.
Or styles, exactly. But
Styles, for sure.
everybody, like you said, taste is subjective. Some folks are gonna love something, others are gonna hate it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Just keep trying things, though, folks.
Yeah.
Please.
Double IPA King
Please
over
keep
here.
trying.
We got the guy
Well,
who's the
you
classics.
You
Yeah.
think Double IPA King, dude? I want to say I've
Dipper
seen
King.
my palate in the last year or so.
Yes, you have. You have though. No, seriously.
You haven't changed it. You've expanded.
He's expanded.
I've expanded.
He's expanded.
Your
You do the same
your-
thing too, folks. Just get out there and try different beers. You'll find that beers that you might have shunned in the past are like,
Cream ales.
holy shit, cream ales,
Yeah.
Pilsners. I like so fucking delicious.
I've enjoyed double IPAs, single IPAs, New England's, doubles, depending on what it is. If
Yeah.
it's well balanced, there are times where I'm like, you know what? I want to try that. I want to see what that's like.
Right.
And I'll do a flight and I'll throw an IPA.
Hops, like
Yeah.
New Zealand, I've discovered like New Zealand.
New
hops
Zealand
lately
hops, yeah.
have a much better approach than like say the Citra, the typical.
Right.
so-
Citra is a typical, but like there are certain breweries that do just a single malt. So that way you can actually try just a single malt and I'm sorry, not
Single
malt.
hop.
Single
Single
hop.
hop, yeah.
So single hop, and you try that single hop so that way okay, this is what Mosaic tastes like. This is what Galaxy tastes like. These are what all the different
Now
hops
I know what I
taste
don't like and what I do
Right.
like.
So
Yeah.
that's how I know that I'm not a particular fan of Citra, but like say like Proc, like derivative, like Galaxy. I'll drink some of those single hoppy beers because there's certain hops that I'm like, okay, this for me is a good hop. But when it starts to taste like Pine Sol,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Well, that's just it.
So I did the Raptor. That was Galaxy, Mosaic, and Equinox.
and that's
And
absolutely
this is good.
That's
I
Like
like
I could get
Galaxy.
down with this guy right
That's
here.
why he likes it so much. That and Silent Raptor, folks. Yeah, that's damn good.
Yeah.
Damn good. Because I'm the same way sometimes. I do like an IPA. Buddy's been very proud of me. I've been expanding and increasing my my IPA.
doing things, guys. You do it.
I'm doing things.
Every once in a while, you want something juicy.
So I mean, I've been getting there. But
you can't drink that shit all day though.
no,
Oh my god, you kill a zombie to it.
dude.
I've had I took some Raptor short fills home and then had a few right about September. We got some nice weather. I had a few and I was like, all right, this is these are starting to snap too good.
Hey, drinking and day napping.
Yeah, day nap.
Exactly.
So I gotta ask though, what is like the weirdest ingredient you've ever used besides the whole Christmas tree?
Christmas tree, Christmas tree,
and the fermented.
the ghost peppers.
Those peppers.
Yeah. I try to stay away from the weirdness. I don't. I want. Yet again, you want people to come in and have things be approachable.
So no snail loggers are coming up on the menu.
No, I at half full we did an oyster stout.
Oyster stouts are good.
Yeah,
though.
they are.
Yeah,
They're
oyster
sneaky
stouts
very
are really good.
People shy away from it with the
They hear oyster and they're
Well,
thinking
because
it's
they
gonna
think
and they
oyster
think
and
it's
beer.
crazy.
Like
Yeah.
I hear oyster and beer, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
so good though.
Yeah.
But people think it's gonna taste like oysters.
Yeah.
Right.
And they don't,
It
folks.
doesn't.
They
I'm
don't taste
thinking like
oysters.
codfish. Like you took a whole cod. And I know it's oysters, but I'm figuring like, all right, this is Friday night fish and chips like here. Like what?
Oh,
But two
No, yeah.
glass.
Yeah, no, I'm all set with that. I'm like, no, I don't want low tide in my beer, but
Yeah, right.
there are certain. It's not something I could have a full.
Yeah,
Or- But
I don't know. I don't know. I like it.
the
I
salinity
think-
of it.
I'm right there with you, man.
I like that. I like a little bit of salt, right?
Yeah.
People add a little salt to your coffee.
Yeah.
So
you know.
one of my favorite sours out there, mass market, well, at least for this area, Dogfish Head. They're was it black sea salt and lime and sea salt?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Goza.
Yeah, I mean it is absolutely
Name
sequence ale.
Sequence, yeah.
Ale.
Delicious.
That is
right?
by
Amazing.
far one of my favorites, and people are like, I've had a couple folks that are like, "Oh, it's got black lime. I don't know what that." I'm like, "Listen, just drink it.
So
Taste it."
So he took the black out of it and just put lime.
Right.
So for the USS Utah, before we had decided on doing this recipe, we toyed around with the idea of doing a Goza using salt from the Salt Lake.
Oh wow.
And that was something that I was super excited about doing, and we never found we never got there with a brewery out there, and you know, it didn't work out, and time was coming when and I'm very happy with the way that this turned out. But it was something that was what I was really
that would have been fantastic.
Yeah. I agree.
I think anytime you can use local ingredients, anything you can tie the area back to your beers, it's a great thing to do.
Well, it's also good for marketing too. I mean, this is a business, and you guys are here to make money.
Yeah,
so to name a beer after a sub, you know, the people are going to come in who are associated with that, and they're just going to draw.
You know, and we got pictures of a bunch of submarines up on the wall that we, if you see. They'll see there's signatures all around. Those are all sailors that were on those boats.
Nice. So people, the yellow sign, the thing that's on the wall over there.
So right there. So they'll come in and you see, you know, the Key West is up there, the Iowa. So when they walk through those doors, I was on that boat, right? Because there's still a lot of retired around.
People don't understand the area. This area has got a lot of retired people.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's cool. We had someone in a couple Fridays ago, and I was still here hanging around helping